Hello loves, today we have a Temu die tryout to see if they are worth it and to see how they look when we die cut them. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so we're going to cut a few die cuts today. This one with the envelope was a request from a subscriber. We'll be cutting, I have two different sizes, so I'm going to be cutting both of them just to see how they look. They are slightly different. So you can see this heart is closed and the flaps here are closed, so we'll see how they do cut out. But other than that, they pretty much have the same stuff. So we'll cut those two. We'll cut this one here, which is a small die. I wanted to go ahead and check out this bow background type die. I wanted to see how that cuts. We'll also cut the border die here. And then this is another one that I have, which is like a pen, or in my case, and I'll use it like a pokey tool holder. So we'll see how this one cuts also. So let's go ahead and cut and see what they make. So the first thing I want to try out are the envelopes. So we'll try out the bigger envelope first, and then we'll move on. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this stuff apart. Since this is in the middle, this has to come out, and this in the middle needs to come out. So I'll take those two out. Pretty much the rest I'll leave on there. Mostly you just twist, twist and pull, and they'll come out. Now the little extras that's in there, you want to go ahead and cut those out, so then don't indent in your paper. And do be careful that you don't drop them on the floor. If you step on them, they could get in your feet. So always work safe. Now this one has a little nudge right there. I don't think it will affect it. So I'll leave it for now, but if it does, then I'll have to take that off. So we'll do the same thing here. And since I'm keeping this two together, I'll leave that in the middle. And then the one from the heart. Okay, so we'll do that one first. Okay, so this is the one I cut. Let me go ahead and get a paper. Now, like I said, you don't have to keep them all in one piece, but for this demonstration I will. I don't want to lose any small pieces, but you'll take everything apart. Let's go ahead and check this out. So you know me, I do like when stuff comes out like butter. Alright, so you have that. Throw away that piece. Okay, so for this piece here, this is a great die. You do have your little paper that you will fold and stick in your envelope. Your little pen, and then you have your envelope. And if you look at the envelope, it does have the scoring, so you go ahead and fold that. Okay, so when you fold that, that's how that would look. Then your paper will fit in there. Now you could fold it and write a little message on there. You could design it and put it on as an embellishment or on a card. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And what I like, it does have the pin, so you clip it. So you can clip it to your paper. Look at that. So that is pretty awesome. I do love that. So this is the first one. And then this is extras, so you can put extra, like the heart, on your paper or on your envelope. I'm not sure what these two, I'll have to look at the video. I'll put a picture in a video so you can see what that is. That I'm not too sure. Actually, this might be for the writing on your letter. For your envelope. Let me cut that to go back. Okay, so there goes that. Let's cut these little ones to see how they come out. Okay, so we have the two little hearts. You add on your paper. And these here, you could use that for your envelope. That's where you'll write. Like a little writing or something on there. Or you can put it on your letter. That's that. So yeah, this one actually cut really good. I really love the small envelope. This is super, super cute. Super cute. Love it. Like I said, those, I believe, I won't put a picture in the video, but I believe those are like for your writing, or like the lines for writing. But I will post a picture on there. You can see what that looks like. So that envelope, it is a 5. I do like this envelope. Now, if I can, I know this one was out of stock the last time, but if I can, I will post the link if I find it. Or if I find a similar one, I'll post that also. So the next one we'll try is this one. Now this one's different because it does have the little hose here. So I want to see how that cuts, and it does have the hose there too. And these weren't together, these were separate dies. So go ahead and take off. I'm going to go ahead and take off I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. I'll be back. Okay, so I took those apart. I got this here. There are still some little nuggets in there, but it shouldn't affect it. And then I do got these two. So let's go ahead and cut the paper. Go ahead and put it through the machine. So this one also came out like butter. So we have the pen. We do have the pen right there. And then we do have the envelope. So it's the same way. They got the score lines. The score lines, so all you're going to do is bend where the score lines are at. And then you do have your little paper that you tuck in there. So this is actually pretty cute. So this one's a slightly smaller than the first one. The difference. So yeah, do love this one. And I do like the paper. You could put a little message on there or even stamp it. Then you could even fold this in half and put it in your envelope. That's a real cool letter. So I do love that. So this was good. So let's look at these two. See how they cut. That's a nice one. Love that. So this one also comes with the hearts. A smaller one so you can put on the back of your envelope. And then the little lines so you can add some writing. So that's that one. Love that one. Love, love, love. Those two are 5 for 5. So let's go ahead and look at this one here. Actually, I'll do that one in a different color. Now these ones here, I like using this size for like to add on to ATC cards. This one does have 3 frames, and it does have the 2 hearts plus the frame within the heart. Let me go take this one apart. This one, we'll do the hearts first. Take them out of the way. Okay, so we'll do this frame. Usually the frames are like corners. Yeah. Just push there. And that one is pretty clean. Let me clean this one up. That one. Then now we'll take the hearts off because this is the outer piece here, like the background. Okay. Hoping those little parts don't affect it, but if it does, I'll cut them off. Alright, so this one here has, you got the big frame, the smaller frame, and then you got an inner piece. So you could either use it as the big frame and then a small one like that, or you could use it this way, or you could use it that way, whichever way you want to. So let's go ahead and cut the big frame first. So that is frame number 1. I love how that looks. That. Now see how I got the little holes? You might need your pokey tool to poke out what you need to or didn't come out. Let's do the second layer in a different color. Okay, this is number 2. Look at that. Oh, I love that. So you could do it this way if you wanted to. You could put a background back there so you could have another thing on the back. Or you could leave it solo, whichever you prefer. So those two both cut like butter. So I love those two so far. So let's do the smaller one. We'll do the smaller one and then the background pieces to the hearts. Okay, see how this one has a little hole? So that means I have to take that off. Okay, so I have to take that off. So is this one, so this one gotta come off too. That's how you know you need to take those off. And then here goes the smaller one. Do love that. So look at that. So you do have, yep, see that little nugget? Got to cut those off too. So there, you got 3 little backgrounds you can use. Look at that. So you could use it any which way you want. You could be wonky and do stuff like that. You could do anything with these. But yeah, those came out pretty good. But like I said, when you cut and you do have the little holes in there like that, that means you have to cut that little nugget. So I'll cut these later off camera. So let's do these 2 hearts because they do go to here. Okay, so let's see how this one's came out. So here goes a small one. Oh, I love this. Look at that. So you'll punch, if they didn't come out on your the little hole, you just use your pokey tool to take them out. So that came out 1. And number 2, look at that. So this was another good die. So I do like this one. So like I said, if you do get indentions, just clean up your dies a little more, and then those will go away. All right, so that's 3 for 3. They are all getting 2 thumbs up. The next one I want to try is this bow die. I like this, so let's try this one. Now what I noticed with some of these plate dies from Temu, you have to cut it, some of them you have to cut it the exact same size, but I do see a ridge there, so I don't think it should be good being bigger than the die itself. So we'll look at this one. So yeah, this one does cut the die of the frame, so we don't have to worry about being on the same size. Oh wow, look how that cut. Let me put it on another piece of paper. Look at that. That is amazing. You can use that on a car front. Look at that. You can also kind of make this a shaker. Look at that. Love it. So this one is, yeah, amazing. I love it. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go clean out my little magic mat. Okay, so let's try the border die, which is this nice cute heart one. So we'll try that one next. We'll go ahead and cut a piece of paper for it. Okay, this one's another good one. Oh wow, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Let me show you. Look at that. So this is the border die, or you could cut several different colors and put it on the back of a card, or use it as a background on anything, a Mendex, ATC. But yeah, that's really, really pretty. Look at the little elements on there. So this is also a thumbs up for that one. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so next one we are going to do is this, I believe it's like a beatable pin, or the pin holder, or you can use your pokey tool on it. So I got this because I do sell and make beatable pins and pokey tools, so I wanted something for packaging. So let me take this apart. Okay, so this is what we're left. So you do got the background, and you do have your little tag. Let me go ahead and cut this one first. Actually, I'll cut both of them. I got enough space in here. Okay, so they do both come out like butter. They both came out easy. So we do have this is the bigger piece. And then we also have the tag here, so you can tag your product. So this one's question mark, but it does cut perfect. But everything from that one did cut out perfectly also. So those are the dies that we tested out to see how they cut. They all do cut amazing. And like I said, I do think this one here is a bookmark holder, not a pen holder. But look at that. I do love the bows. I do love the envelopes, and even the little, I love them all of them. So yeah, I will put, if they are available, I will link them in the video. The envelopes, last time I checked, were out of stock, but they might have had some other ones. I'll link those instead. Yeah, if you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment below. I love doing these Temu dies and stamp try-ons to see how they work, because sometimes they don't cut it, so there's easy, sometimes you need to puzzle them together. But yeah, I love doing these type of videos. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification so you know when I do upload a video. And with that, you have a blessed day. Bye bye.